Stops for a little bit after they've faced some horse regali. Opening up Danny and responding, and Danny will continue his wreaking of havoc. Team B, meanwhile, is fighting back down that short end. But this should be now locked up for Copenhagen Flames. Or for Blue Jays, apologies. Especially now both of them spotted. Actually, they do manage to get 2 frags, and I guess I was correct in my initial step. This might seem weird, right? But I don't even know whether I can get into it right now, because Rolls is shutting Danny down. Styles is fighting back against Rolls. Oh my goodness. Copenhagen Flames lose this round. TMB already shut down with the AWP. Oh my goodness, Casanito. This is huge by them, and they also shut down the player in Goose. Copenhagen Flames firing into the Oblivion. We'll just go wide and peek into an HiGHLiGHTS. This is not the start. B. Danny Rouse, he's low, and that is a better shot out of Rouse. Danny answer. Your Styles, you're not going to be expecting this, but you are now expecting him, and apparently he took Rouse into account as well. And they've got a man sitting that long by the name of HiGHLiGHTS, especially. That makes it that much more. Try and chase him down. You've got Rouse and Bird from the Sky there to gun him down, and exactly like this, and that's 2 for Rouse and Bird from the Sky, and they've even got the position to retreat from as well. HiGHLiGHTS fights back a little bit, and HiGHLiGHTS actually fights back heavily. Manages to equal for him. Oh boy. The free frag on Casanito. He's got his back turned, nade out. He wants to reinforce short even more, but oh, kicks it is quick. Kicks in a nade kid, and nade right on the top, and the molly will go over as well. Kickson still spots him. The TMP might be heard. Indeed it is, and HiGHLiGHTS is the one. The only times that they've lost against Force and OG, and that was it looks like Copenhagen Flame. Oh my goodness, you expect them to be converting on that frag. Rolls goes firing back into the dark and finds a frag out of it. Round is not over, I guess. Regardless, wasn't expecting that by any stretch of the imagination. But this is aggressive Styles. He's not going to be expecting the lower tons player, but the lower ton player is already too late. Borup. He's going to have to back creep on HiGHLiGHTS and an easy execute from the side. Flopping a bonkers shark on the water, on the nose in the water. And Casanito at least didn't manage to do that. Styles has a lot of targets to spray, but a little bit too much for Blue Jays to handle on this. Has got the will to survive. Seems like Copenhagen Flames are done with their humanitarian effort. Upper mid and short. Let's just start pushing there aggressively. And well, Barb, I hope you're enjoying. They're going to be checking this. I mean, they're already looking towards the tons. That's TMB executed. There's another one up close. Bird from the Sky goes peak and goes wandering, and he actually is able to take down Casanito and assume a position at the car, but Stars will be able to get rid of him, and that's a huge frag. Actually delivered on those promises too, but Blue Jays, they are now going lower tons. Copenhagen Flames, but is unable to make do with that frag. Rolls should be thankful for HiGHLiGHTS. Corner TMB, yeah, that's the end of your life. The nade going over the top will land right in his back pocket. Bird from the Sky at least peeks down from short. This is a round that a Copenhagen Flames got 2 openers. And now they're fighting a mere 2v2. 1v2 now. Bird from the Sky peeks right into... Make a sound, don't make a step. This could be so much easier. He spots him incredibly late. Borup must have been blending into the background. I reckon Blue Jays did plant properly in order to... Oh no, but from Sky he fired! He was blind as well, and he recognized that he couldn't really move anymore. Oh, that is so unfortunate. Rouse, however, he does fight back from short. 2 frags picked up for him, and now he's even fighting to keep the site safe. Regali, meanwhile, helping him out from CT, and there's nothing that Blue Jays can do. They've only got 7 seconds left. Borup runs right into the claws of Styles. At least Blue Jays managed to get 2 more frags out of this. and mitigate some of that. They are actually going for this. They're going at this, guns blazing, but there's a lot of Utah falling down their way. Regardless, with it, yeah, a beautiful shot over on Styles. And that really mitigates the rest of the push here as well. All the mollies over the top, bird from the sky, just good for one as Kickson trades them out, and it's still back in tier 3. I still wouldn't call this a great position by them. Now, okay, that A-Kid has gone peeking. It improves just a tad, but they've still got long to worry about. And exactly for this reason, Bor able to take them both out, and that's the end of BLUEJAYS. Great shot by TMB, however, Danny. There's been enough time that's passed. From the sky still was able to take him out, and that does allow Copenhagen Flame to find that success. The flash over the top, and A-Kid, he was out on a limb. He'll go back on those limbs now as well as he tucks himself back into safety. So much flashes, so much nades, but Rawls is already on the defuse. 8Kid is good for another frag, but Rawls does manage to get that defuse going through. Start by Danny though. And the end thereafter doesn't really matter since it's Copenhagen Flames. Casanito, he hasn't really been showing up to the same regard that we know he can. He gets BLUEJAYS just instantly making the read that this is going to be a B hit. Instead, they sniff out TMB. I don't know why you've given it to us, but we'll take it. And that 50-50 from Regali is going to be slapped out of his hands by Casanito. He's really feeling on point now. Just that one player left on the site. Rouse has been playing really great, but when you're getting closed down from two different angles, shot in the back, getting a lot of damage down the side of Copenhagen Flames, and now BLUEJAYS just needs to convert the round. Casanito does that on Regali at least. Let's all of them pass. But not the final one. That doesn't really matter. It still alerts Copenhagen Flames. That's scary, however, but 8Kid is now at least able to prep up, and Danny's together with him. He just was the relayer of information. Casanito, especially now, rattling off that AK. Great kill one. Danny. They're just at a dead-looking armistice real quick, and Casanito swivels over. Great start by Rouse though, and then the moment thereafter is not as great. Bird from the sky does return the fame for now. But everybody's so low in the util. That could be the finisher here. Bomb now down on short, and Borb has to stay alive. Regali helps him in that venture. This should be the end of the round. Styles doesn't seem to have a way out, especially not when he's surrounded. He's trying to get everything warmed up. Casanito wants to do the exact same that he did quite early with that double up setup. But it should be now the round converter for them, and getting the two entries kicks, and he can try what he wants, but I don't think he's going to get Copenhagen Flame. Bird from the sky. Oh, well, he's good for one, and he actually might have been good for two had the mag 7 angle, but incredibly out in the open. And when you get flashed, that's not going to help your chances. 8Kid's still up close. Copenhagen Flames are taking this into account. It really wants to peek, but he's deciding against it, and as soon as he does, he's got a bullet from Regali that's meeting him in the face. And BLUEJAYS, they might just lose their lead here. Kicks and dives from the depths, and he's actually good for 2 frags in an impossible position now, but they're still preoccupied with him, and he's just given up his life. No, he hasn't. He's still good for the kill on Regali. Finally, he'll be taken out by Borup. That was so much manpower exerted towards that one player fighting. They're still needing to break through, and just that one frag by Casanito tucked away at Goose. They're good for 2 kills, but do they have time to plan? They're only just starting it now, and it will be just Borup left alive. He'll be able to get the bomb down. but he'll also have to pay for it with his life. He got the frag
against BLUEJAYS for Copenhagen Flames.
Oh, but kicks, he's caught out in the open. He didn't expect TMB to be pushing that quickly. Casanito was able to hold them up for a little bit, but Regali puts an end to his life, and this is looking great for Copenhagen Flames. A ton of HP left on the side of Copenhagen Flames, barring Regali. And the nade is not even going to put an end to that. Seems like BLUEJAYS are in an impossible position. Regali executes Danny as well. Not two. Borup is the one to close out Styles, I guess. Danny is going to almost walk into the crosshairs of Rouse, who looks the wrong way, and that's a free pickup for Danny. Oh, TMB again caught in the corner, and he's not going to be allowed out. Casanito. No, I guess TMB doesn't need to be allowed out. Regali, good for the frag on Styles, and oh, Casanito now caught out as well by Borup, and this looks to be falling. Flash over the top, that's one kill. Danny good to extend for a little bit, and oh, okay, well that was awkward. Borup did.
With an AK sprinkled into the mix.
But HiGHLiGHTS, even with his low HP, still makes it work. Kicks and I've heard that connection. Kicks and instantly goes looking in for TMB. But even if code whatever they want twice in a row, perhaps they don't even need to bird from the sky. Relying heavily on Kixen to hold down long and hold down the fort there. Kixen does exactly that on Regali, but bird from the sky will now funnel in through short. HiGHLiGHTS will double up on the frags as well. That just leaves bird from the sky. And HiGHLiGHTS even gets the frag. 16 HP. And he's one bird from the sky doing a little dance around the angles. Styles is able to get the conversion on the frags, and with bird from the sky checking CT so heavily, Borup might not be aware of this. Copenhagen Flames, meanwhile, are executing on towards the A bomb site. TMB got the long information. He'll have that now, and has an easy pickup on HiGHLiGHTS. Copenhagen Flames, no real util to try and close this down, and there's two heads peeking above, able to take the one down, but TMB sitting in the smoke. Here's Styles, but Styles, he pulls out a nade, and that's into a 2v1. Now with Regali also picking up the frag on long. Danny, he's got it all to do. Knife from the very get-go, and if he just gets leg, doesn't matter. He's shots in the chest, and Copenhagen Flames steal away BLUEJAYS map pick, and that...
Copenhagen Flames have not made a peep.
The first peep they made is a bullet to Kixen's face. That should, he's got that information come from mid. Casanito is going to be preoccupied. TMB doesn't even need to challenge, does exactly that, and Danny and HiGHLiGHTS are able to double up. Now charging through Donut. Regali is the next in line. He's good for one, and that's good enough for Copenhagen Flames. Or at least it should be. Bird from the sky, he's going to be out, but now that second tick has given it away. Styles is good for a frag, but bird from the sky, he'll go down valiantly with the bomb. But it's still around for Copenhagen. Another one of those situations where question marks can absolutely be placed. Borup is going to be in heaven too, after Styles puts him there. Oh, Kixen. And we feeling that trickle through. Oh. Okay, now he's picking up the A1S. So I was confused for a second, but he's actually got a plan. Bird from Sky, that's getting shot from behind. Casanito and Danny, they're able to close out the round, and we're just going to be a V execute Styles through the smoke. Borup already infiltrating the ranks, and that's the end of HiGHLiGHTS. Borup really wants to extend, but it could be overextending. Had he just held the position, that might have been more. Oh, TMB also, when you're staying in the molly and you're unable to get that spraying through. But Kixen, meanwhile they're defusing. Copenhagen Flames are actually fighting back, and Danny is able to put a stop to Rouse. Styles is good for it, but Bird from Sky, he's still got a position here. Danny taps, but Bird from Sky actually doesn't bite. He's just waiting, tucked away in the corner. Danny converts the frag, but doesn't have time. Copenhagen Flames instantaneously fight back and land a counter punch. Danny even dies by the bomb. They know that, and they're already stacked up over towards this bomb site. Instead, Kixen with the Mag 7, that's the first, but Copenhagen Flames reply with two of their own. Casanito does the exact same until TMB brings it back into a 2-on-2. Kixen with the Mag 10 goes hunting, gets taken out by TMB with his own Mag 10, and then Rouse forgets about this location. TMB, it's all up to him now. He forces it, he's forced out, and HiGHLiGHTS is good for the frag, and they're just trading around. Oh, was that a fake flash or was it an actual one? And HiGHLiGHTS just perfectly prevented it. There's so much damage here yet again. Danny has a big task up ahead. He's just good for the 2. I'll say just can't really expect. Looks to be going their way. Okay, Team B does convert. Go back and let HiGHLiGHTS finish out this round if he can, and indeed he can. Team B was 4. They should have a lead of 4. Well, they're going to have a lead of 4 after Rouse lines them all up, pulls out the AK, and kicks in. So, and they're actually fighting from mid. Burr from Sky with that max head. No way he's been able to get 2. Oh no, Blue. Borup is going to check it, but that might not actually matter if HiGHLiGHTS gets the frag. Borup. Oh my, with that one altercation. Hickson over peaks. Styles leadership. Anita needs to do some of that as well. HiGHLiGHTS joins him in that fragging spree. But it does leave the B side of all. Danny's tucked away. This should not be possible for Burr from Sky. Indeed, it isn't. B, however, free frag pickup, and now he's got the information that the remainder of the 2 are. And then that's where he can fight. Not for long, however. And that's an unfortunate start. Blues, they can't lose any more rounds. They've already far crossed that threshold. Great return by Kixon, who's now in the thick of it. Burr from Sky forces Kixon to retreat, but this time he over-aggresses. Copenhagen Flames, they're fighting back. HiGHLiGHTS diminishes the numbers. Gasanito also there, and is he daring? Yes, he is. Takes down Borup, and that just leaves HiGHLiGHTS in a basically impossible position. HiGHLiGHTS goes peek, and HiGHLiGHTS just no-scopes him. Copenhagen Flames. Hickson decides to get aggressive as well, but Bird from Sky is entirely prepared for it. But I already can't really see a way back, even if they do win this round, right? The Blue Jays. There still realistically shouldn't be a way that they win this map. This is Copenhagen's win it out once. Time that Copenhagen Flames played this map, they won 15. HiGHLiGHTS. That's an unfortunate start here. Kixon again getting aggressive and actually good for Bird from Sky, but TMB catches him from behind. Now picked up by Borup. That's a 4-on-2. They've got the strats, they've got the aim, they've got the balls, they've got the kills. Ooh, okay. That's good on his side. He doesn't even have a flash or anything, and it is Copenhagen Flames. But this pistol round already. That is where he could get decided off the get-go. Danny up close and personal by Ralph, but he gets meeting great with TMB. HiGHLiGHTS helps him out as well. TMB for his third kicks and finally gets a orange kill in the feed. But TMB will get his fourth, and they can try and fight from down all they want, but TMB is smoked off. Oh my goodness, TMB. Okay, somebody check him PC. Gonna do it again. No, okay, he assumes a different angle this time around. HiGHLiGHTS. That's his own business going on. Like another kill through the smoke, and Blue Jays, they're falling by the wayside before they're even able to engage. But look at this by HiGHLiGHTS. He's just got the one frag, however, and that's going to alert the rest of the Copenhagen Flames that somebody has infiltrated their back ranks. And oh no, this is not looking good for Copenhagen Flames. HiGHLiGHTS, he's wreaking havoc, and that just leaves Borup in an impossible position. Wants to fight his way out, but Blue just hurdles. Casanito, he's already facing the first one and kicks in the exact same Ral's use and puts that P90 to use. But yet again, HiGHLiGHTS has been allowed to sneak through. They're entirely unaware of this, of course. How is HiGHLiGHTS allowed? they'll be able to get a free plant out of this. Regali, with the orb, has got something to say about it. The bomb has gone down, and Blue Jays, they've got 2 players left to defend. And 8kid is the name that is the most important. And he's already taken down. Could be impossible, especially with that shot rattled off. Copenhagen, but then Copenhagen Flames usually got rid of this player rather easily. Kixon does exactly that. Borup at least fights back against the force of Kixon. Borup once more, but he's going to overlook and overextend here. Oh, Casanito caught lacking. That's couldn't it. The bomb will go down, but that is Regali rattling off that orb, and Styles is now spotted. 8kid at least comes to his help, and 8kid will also finish off the round. Blue Jays. It is going to be a tough one. This is an uncomfortable position, and the CTs apparently have taken charge. TMB, it's all trades. We're from Sky. Deep in enemy territory, Raul's the exact same, and they've just traded positions. Give Blue Jays a second shot, a second chance alive, especially with Kixon wreaking havoc. Oh no. Kixon. He can do it all right now. Regali, he's caught off guard, and Kixon's won the round, but you have to blame. Flames, they don't want to let 8kid sneak through, and they're actually going to triple up on mid. 3 players there to fight. 8kid fights back a little bit, but meanwhile, Regali is also good for a frag in his sights. No, actually, he doesn't, but 8kid goes quickly, and that's the round in favor of Copenhagen Flames, who will now be on 15. Styles is able to get away with the orb. On the side of Copenhagen Flames, it's really been a team effort all throughout. Raul's good for 2, and that might just be it already. Raul's, he's the leader of Copenhagen Flames. Are looking to get off to a good start in the Swiss stage. 8kid managed the frag. Raul's is reluctant to peek, and that allows 8kid to put another bullet in that barrel. Raul's also through the wall. Actually, not as possible for Blue Jays here yet again. It's 3-on-2. 8kid, he's not going to be taking account. Nah, you're not going to be watching that corner after you've already been able to spray through the smoke. 8kid at least good for 1, and it seems like Borup been unable to find a frag here, but they have forced Blue Jays off of the site. 8kid now gunned down, and that just leaves 33 seconds for Regali. He's just playing his life, and Borup is the one to end it. Copenhagen Flames after a dominant T side.